Okay, we ready. Hey guys, I know I'm late. Please, 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 please forgive me. Please, 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 please forgive me. Okay. Wow, oh my God. I'm all dressed up. I gotta show you. I'm all dressed up, legs out. It is the kids are acting crazy only because I told them like we just ran into the house from the most dynamic supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, phenomenal, amazing, remarkable, oh my God, woman's experience. You know what? I'm just going to take a few minutes right here and right now and give my pastor, Ylawnda D. Peebles Sr., the biggest, the best. I want to say howdy, howdy, who. I'm not trying to take her thing, but girl, I just want to just give her a high five for an amazing event. Oh, let me know if you came to, there's a lot of people getting on now. Hey, Kai. Hey, Nina. Um, People of praise. If you were at the women's conference tonight, right, chime in. Let me know what you came away from. I'm going to do some recaps from this week. I am not nervous. I am sorry I am late coming on. I tried to run around that corner as fast as I could. Hey, Shavana, Femi. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you will. Let me see who else is on here. Audra. Hey. Hey, Donna Ross. The men, you could have came tonight. Right. Tanya she gonna be on fire, honey. She gonna be on fire. Miss Lynn Whitfield was remarkable. And she did some confirmation stuff for me tonight. But I am going to, as you notice, every day since the conference started, I put day one, day two up and give kind of a little bit of my feedback. Today, I did not post a day three picture. I will post a day three picture a little bit later in my dress. And, you know, all I got to do is say, let's say nothing but the truth. Let's start from day one on Wednesday. So Wednesday, Pastor pulls out all the stops. It's butterflies everywhere. Butterflies. And why'd she pick butterflies? Because sometimes when you're getting ready to go through a transformation, and butterflies go through transformation because they start off as these little ugly caterpillars. And so the caterpillars kind of represent the stuff we go through in life that can either hinder us or take us to another level. Some people use their pain as an excuse to mess up, and some people use their pain as an excuse to propel them, right? And so, and when I talk about now that I know truth, I'm going to talk about my pain, and I'm going to talk about the truth, and then the deliverance that took place over the last 3 days so far. And I've still got 2 more days to go. So, Wednesday, nothing compares. I did nothing in comparison to the execs that work, the vice presidents that work closely with Pastor Ylawnda. When I say she worked tirelessly and effortlessly, one thing you'll never have to worry about, Malika, is not putting on conferences. Now, what I will do is I'll come and guest speak at anybody else's conference. Yes, I will do that. But the work and the detail that goes into preparing to a mind-blowing, life-changing experience that Pastor Ylawnda created. I mean, ladies, if you're watching this and you didn't get your tickets or you missed it, you missed a moment in time that even if you got it going on, just the camaraderie to be amongst women who loving and hugging and kissing. And those that had a couple of issues, you just love them enough, they're going to come out of it. Hey, Tamika Swan, they're going to come out of you know, everything was excellent. Everything, the balloons, she had lit butterflies hanging from the ceiling. Oh my God, and these big giant 20-foot. Watch some of the videos. But let's start with day one. So day one, she had this Ferris wheel made. So, and if you're on the gratitude journey, I'm not going to redo her. I'm not redoing the gratitude journey because I do the gratitude journey, but big ups to Minister Ross, who brought Celebrate Recovery to the City of Praise Family Ministries. And I also participate in Celebrate Recovery. So my deliverance and my healing comes from a multiplicity of things that I do to work out my pain so that I can be free, so I can live a better life for my children, because I still have two small children to raise. Now I've got I have four grown ones. I have two that are adopted. I have 2 and 4 natural children, 2 that are adopted. And so I want to be the best mom I can be for them. Right. I want to be an example of what Christ looks like. Because when life starts dealing them blows that they can't seem to handle, I have to show them my strength, and I have to show them what I go through to get healed. And so a part of my testimony is when I was a little girl, my mom kept us in church. From about the time of about 11, 12, we started going to Bethany. And I told this a little bit in my first ever Nothing But the Truth video. But I went to church, but significant of being adult meant I made my own decisions, and I did not have to go to church once I turned 18. It was a decision of my own, and I thought I was asking myself to be free. Hey, Christina! Oh my God, Christina's probably still at the church, and she's chiming in. She was selling her books. Please go to Amazon. Please go to Barnes and Noble and get Don't Look Like What I've Been Through. I've been through. So anyway, back to the story. So I was raised in church, but when I turned 18, I got away from church because I thought that was my significance of being an adult. I didn't have to live under the rules of the house anymore. But that was probably one of the worst mistakes I ever made in my life. It really was. But what happened was, through those time periods of a span of about 9 years, because I was 27 when I rededicated myself back to the Lord. I was 28 when I joined the City of Praise Family Ministries, and I had a life-changing experience where I committed my life to the Lord. And I'm not preachy. I'm just saying, I gave my heart to a God that showed himself real in my life. And so my life began to change because I wanted something better than I saw. I realized I was in a lot of pain, and I really didn't realize what it was. I was angry. I was hurt. I had low self-esteem because I didn't look a certain way. I didn't blossom. I still haven't blossomed. Look, I'm still skinny, right? I'm underdeveloped. And so it was hard because the girls teased me when I was younger. My brother teased me a lot when I was younger, and he did some very hurtful things to me coming up because he was starving for attention back in the day, right? So hurt people. And so I carried around a lot of that baggage, a lot of it. But in that pain, it caused me to do some things that it set some stones. Like, it caused me to fall for some things that really were detrimental. They were hurt. They were very hurtful, and I carried them around for years, and it would be layers and layers. So I was young. I was a teenager when I popped my cork. We'll say it like that, right? When my cork got popped, I was a teenager. And so it started, and the guy was popular and he was cute, but he paid me some attention. So it made me want to give in, right? And for 4 years, it was like this, but he wasn't about me. It was only about what he could get from me. And finally, I got brave enough to walk away. I mustered the street. No one knew what I was going through. My mom didn't know why I cried so much. You know, it was the first time I had to experience emotional abuse, right? Sometimes emotional abuse is worse than physical abuse because it plays with your mind. And so when someone misuses you or treats you bad, it makes you think that you're worthless. But it set me up on this cycle of attracting people who didn't value who I was. See, my revelation that came in day one, and over from last year to this year, is that I had to realize my worth. Because I'm just talking the truth, y'all. I'm just telling you my truth. I'm just telling you my truth and hoping that my truth will help you be free. Hey, Annie. Hey, Kim. Hey, Evelyn. I'm hoping that as I share my truth, you'll be able to look in the mirror at your truth, and either you'll be free or you'll share it with someone. You might be whole. You might have it going on. You drive what you want to drive. You live where you want to live. You got your boo and y'all all that in a bag of chips together. Y'all a power couple of the year. You have arrived. You got Christ. But maybe you might need somebody that needs this message. So you should share it. Like it, share it, right? So anyway, I was on this cycle and I was on this wheel of attracting people who did not value me because I didn't value me. I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my worth. Now, God, as good as he is, always made sure he gave me friends that could see me better than I saw myself. And those friends were speaking to my life. So like Rhonda Jones, who would walk me to school in 6th grade and say, girl, you could do better than that. Or when those girls was teasing me, she would say, girl, you could be a model. I didn't even know what a model was back then. But she would say to me, you should be a model. I didn't think I was pretty enough to be a model, but she saw me. Right. Big ups to Rhonda Williams. That's her name now. But back in the day, she was Rhonda Jones. She wouldn't let nobody mess with me. She wouldn't let nobody tease me. Big up to my brother Perry Ford. He not on Facebook. Well, he is, but he's not. Right? Because he was the one who would break up the fights between me and my twin brother. Right? I'm about to tell y'all that testimony in a minute. He had my back when nobody else would. He saw my value when nobody else could. And he never, ever once made a pass at me or tried to bother me in any kind of way. He will always have my heart. Always, because he was a brother to me when I needed a brother. He was a defender when I needed a defender. He saw my worth. Right. Big up to Sean Andrews and Mark Lighton. Oh my God. So I had a brother in high school. I had a brother through college. And my brothers would tell me, girl, don't do it. They would say, you knew your value. Don't give your heart away. Don't give your power away. Lynn Whitfield said, I'm not giving away my power. Don't give your power away. They saw value, right? Because I couldn't see it yet. I still had blinders on. But they saw my worth. Because God said you're worthy. And when God calls you, he will send people to minister to you, to talk you off the ledge, to keep you from committing suicide, keep you from doing destructive things in your life, right? Because remember, I was 17 years, no alcohol. I had completely stopped drinking. I wasn't slipping and dipping or nothing. But when my dad died and that pain resurfaced, oh yeah, I had a couple of drinks. But let me tell you, God did. God had a couple of people around me that, girl, don't you go nowhere with that boy. He ain't worth you. He's so not worth you. You're worthy of more than what he gonna bring to the table. I was hard-headed. I ain't listen. Had to hold my heart in my hand in my heart. But even when my heart was broken, God's had people saying, girl, you're going to make it through this. Girl, get off that. My pastor would say to me, Pastor Ylawnda will always get big props because she'll look at me and say, girl, you're beautiful. She'll say, girl, you can do this. Girl, you done made it through so much. Get off the Ferris wheel. That's what she told me. You know what she was telling me? She said, break these cycles. You can break the cycles here and now. The stuff that happened to me when I was 12 years old, you can get off of it. You ain't got to live in it no more. So what? The husband left. Guess what? You a better woman. You a better woman. You can heal from this. That's nothing but the truth. Hey, Angela. Angela Johnson could say to me. She said, she would say, when you finish, all you need is Jesus. That's all I need is Jesus. Y'all know me. I say I need Jesus and Jimmy too. But but I want the one that's going to value me. So why not hold on to Jesus until he can fix me one that can value me? Because Jimmy should know my worth. And I shouldn't compromise my worth just to have Jimmy in my life. See, I had to get to that place. I wasn't there. And I can admit that. That's my truth. And when we start speaking the truth to ourselves, then deliverance starts. So day one, she had this big giant Ferris wheel. And while everybody was working, and it's hard because when you're a leader and you're an executive, they expect you to have it going on. They want you to have it going on. And so you look at me and I'm all dressed up, or now I got the TV show, but there still was some broken pieces inside of me. Not a lot, because I remember my cocoon started last year from the last woman's experience, right? So I'm in my cocoon, and then I realized I can't be afraid of what somebody gonna think of me, because they like, oh, she a leader, she already got it going on. She got a TV show, she got it this year. No, not yet, booze. I'm still processing. We're all a work in process. We're all getting there. But if you keep working on it, you're gonna get there. So I was kind of almost the last one in line. And Pastor Ylawnda, she grabs me. And she looks at me with that serious look. And she's like, enough. You off that Ferris wheel. Don't get back on that ride again. Break that cycle. Break that cycle. You can do this. Got faith in you. Because my life is not my own. But my life and when I say yes to God, God will use me to help somebody else. Hey, Elsie Thomas, He going to use me to help somebody else. When it's all said and done. Hey, Miss Rose. Y'all going to make me cry. You're going to make me cry. Okay, I got to stay focused. You big up to, she's my cousin's rock. I got to take a minute, pause for 1 second, because when my dad died, Miss Ross checked on me. Her name is Dorothea Ross. We call her Miss Ross because she a teacher, and we always call teachers by their last name, right? Well, she is my cousin's rock, best friend. That makes her my cousin, and losing a parent is never easy, ever. And so my heartfelt condolences to you and your family right now. Like, I'm trying to hold it together right now, but I'm sending you some big love right here, because I remember how you stood by me when my dad transitioned, and you were there and you would check on me. So I'm going to do the same for you. I really am. And you were so in my prayers, and I pray that peace of God fall upon you as you go to prepare your mom for her homegoing. We love you so much. So much, Miss Ross. You are our family, and when you hurt, we hurt with you. And I'm so trying to hold back my tears right now. When someone we love transitions, it hurts. Because remember, this was started, this journey. I lost my dad. And in it, For the first time in 17 years, I went back to drinking. Not a lot, y'all, but there was some times where it just hurt so bad. And then I would do things that were destructive because I didn't want to feel the pain. So I would go to my crutches. But this time around, I said, I'm not doing the crutches. This time around, when the heartbreak came and I lost another relationship, I said, I'm not going to crutch. I'm not going to find a replacement. I'm not going to go back to drinking. I'm going to hold on to my anchor. I'm going to break these cycles because I'm not going to get myself caught up in another relationship that just because they pay me some attention, that I think they love me and I give myself to them. We will not do that no more. We're not doing that anymore. No more. No more. We're not doing it. I'm not giving my power away. And I'm not going to lower. Lynn Whitfield gave a testimony about how she went to go take a picture with Dr. Maya Angelou, who are all great heroes of mine. Like today, I really wish I could have ran up on stage and gave Miss Lynn Whitfield a hug because I am a huge fan of hers. Not so much. So much that, yes, I want to be an actress when I grow up. And I've always, since I was a little girl, and she said that that's what she always wanted to do. And she never gave up on her dream, even though her parents weren't in support of her dreams. So I can't let my mom thinking that I should be something practical stop me from living my dream. So that's why now I am grateful to God that I am on a TV show. But going back to day one was get off that Ferris wheel. So Pastor grabbed me and she said, you're going to get off that Ferris wheel. You're going to break that cycle, Malika. Guess what? Every one of you can break a cycle, whatever it is. If it's low self-esteem, if you've given yourself away to the wrong joker, like seriously, and now they're wolves in sheep's clothing. And I made some mistakes along the way. I don't want to always blame the guy. I did some things too. Because I don't know. I don't have the answers. I stumbled through this. Some of my flaws fall out. It ain't all unconditional. Some of it got conditions. Because just like we testing them, they testing us. They want to know. They want to know more than can we cook and clean and be good in the bedroom. They want to know you can bring something to the table. They want to know that you're going to be sane when they insane. You got to be able to hold it together. And sometimes I lose it. Now, I was better this last time around. I was put to the test. I may not have passed in the fact that I got to do, but that's not the problem. That's not the issue. You know, the issue is that I can break a cycle, that I can say I'm worth it. Because as we parted company, she said, you deserve the best. Really? Dude, don't I? I deserve the best. But it took a minute for me to receive that. Pastor said, Malika, you got a mission in life. You got work to do. Right? So I walked through the wheel. And I'm happy because the next day, day 2, I'm standing in the glory hall and I'm taking pictures with the ladies and everything. And me and one of my good besties, hey, Teresa, you should have been at the women's conference tonight to see Miss Lynn Whitfield. When I'm standing there, the sun hits my face through the glass. And it's just this perfect picture of me. I swear to you, I didn't have on any foundation. All I had was a little eyeshadow, a little lipstick, a little mascara. That's it. And I probably filled in my eyebrows, but nothing the way that picture came out. And the glow of God was on my life. And I had to take the picture of that moment to say that when the sun, the S-O-N, shines on your life, oh, he going to make you brighter. Oh, he going to change your life. Oh, he going to take your hurt away. Oh, he going to turn your situation around. Oh, that joker that walked out of your life, or that guy that walked out of your life, for whatever reason he walked out of your life, honey girl, bye. Heal your hurt. God can heal your heart. And just like in chapter 11, now that I know better, because Teresa can tell you, honey, love come around again, honey. She can tell you her story. One day I'm going to bring Teresa in here so she can tell her testimony about how love comes back around. I got countless of friends who have gone through broken hearts, and God turned that around and brought them husbands, not boyfriends, brought them husbands that love them, support them, take care of them emotionally, come home at night, want to be with them, want to be seen with them. You know, husbands, not boyfriends, husbands. Right. So we getting back to me having to know my worth. So it clicked after I walked through that Ferris wheel. If I had $10 million, Pastor Ylawnda could have it. Because I walked through that Ferris wheel and the past got to go. And here's the thing, when the past got to go, sometimes the enemy will try to get in your ear gates and try to tell you about the past to take you back there. So we're in day 2. And the sun rays and the sunshine of our Lord fell upon me. And it just confirmed. It just confirmed that in that moment that I was standing there in that glory hall with all these ladies around me, I felt God say, I got you. Guess what? God got you too. He hasn't forgotten about us. He hasn't forgotten about us. He loves us. He loves me. And I had to realize it, that I'm worth something. No, I'm worth a whole lot. And you ain't got enough money for this one right here. Not that I got a big head. It's not about me having a big head. It's not a big head. Right. She can testify about true love. It's not about having a big head. It's about having a confidence in Jesus, because that's what he says. He said, cast not away your confidence in him. I'm not doing it. It's him. And when you're in love, you glow. Well, when I say God, I ask God, what happens when you heal me? Not based on another man being in my life, but that you step in and you heal me. So I guess he wanted to take me through it because it took the good guy away so that I can know what it was like to have the Father embrace me. Because I see so many women, and I used to think that the women in church would be like, when they say, all I need is Jesus, I thought they were so hurt by relationships that they didn't want another man in their life because the man they loved walked out on them, or the man they loved died, or the man they loved, or the person they gave their heart to. You even had men who have given their heart to women, and women have abused them and neglected. I mean, it goes both ways. The men are always the bad thing. And when you talk to some men, you can hear them talk about some women that ain't wrapped too tight either. Ladies, we got to get our stuff together. You don't have to worry about nobody taking your man if you taking care of your man. And if he not appreciating you when he leaves, even the Bible says, let him go. Don't beg nobody to be in your life. I did that one time and I vowed to God I'd never do it again. Don't force people to be there that ain't supposed to be there. As God starts elevating you, some people gonna shut off. And I ain't saying go get no divorces or anything like that unless your marriage is really abusive. There's a difference between having personality differences. There's another thing about abuse. And if you are in a abusive relationship, go. Because that's what tears your self-esteem down. And so I was always attracting that because that's what I was comfortable. Because of that first experience I had when I was a teenager. Any teenagers watching this, get to this far in this video, don't give away your power to these dudes talking about they love you. They ain't never going to leave you. They going to be with you. Honey, they tell you whatever they want to get your power. Don't let them have your diamond without giving you a diamond and standing in front of a preacher or a judge. No, don't do that. I can speak from hurt, honey. And when you give your soul away when you kid, or when somebody takes your soul when you were a kid. See, what they don't understand is the sexual soul ties. That you connect yourself with somebody body-wise, you connect your soul to their soul. Now that I know better. Thank you so much, Pastor Ylawnda, for helping me get off this Ferris wheel and break this cycle. Right. I don't have to be broken anymore. I don't have to be a victim anymore, and neither do you. Boom. I said it. I said it. We make the choice. Is that easy? You make that choice. You make the choice of whether you want to live or die. Day 2. Day 3. I didn't post any pictures yet. The workshops. Miss Stacy Lattisaw was in the house. Miss Cheryl Jackson was in the house. Pastor Danielle McLean was in the house. And the great makeup artist Kim Lee. And I started with Stacy Lattisaw. God got a purpose and a plan. You don't have to compromise who you want to be something you're not. You don't have to. You don't have to compromise who you are to get approval from people. And if you have to compromise who you are to get approval from people, then you need to realize those people may not be the ones to be in your life. Right? And when your friends are telling you, baby, you're beautiful, believe them. When your friends are telling you you don't have to do this, trust them. Because they know when God places somebody in your life, you got to know who you are. And my biggest problem is I didn't know who I was. That was my biggest problem. I didn't know who I was. Well, honey, I met Malika on my birthday. Did I tell y'all? Day 2 was birthday party. It was my coming out party. Well, today was deliverance, honey, because Cheryl Jackson talked about what it was like to be a kingdom queen. Right. You think it's the glitz and the glamour and the red bottom shoes and the material gain, but it's not. It's about having a sincere relationship with the invisible God who loved you, created you, and gave you purpose and a plan. That's what being a kingdom queen about. It ain't about your whip. It ain't about your house. Now, let me tell you, if you're serving him, he'll make sure you have all those things because those things attract. If you give him the glory for giving you those things, if you give him that glory, he will give you those things because he said it in his word. If you seek ye first my face, my kingdom, my glory, then I'll pour my glory on you and you'll have all those things. But those things don't make you on the inside. They can't heal you when you're hurting. No, they can't. That's what Stacy talked about. Stacy talked about, since she was 12 years old, she had all this money and had all this power. She thought the highlight of her life was meeting Michael Jackson. Who wouldn't want to meet the greatest artist, one of the greatest artists that ever lived? But she said at the end of the day, it still made her feel empty. And she was singing, her song, I found love on a two-way street. Honey, we still singing that. But she said it wasn't until she gave her life to the Lord and said, yes, God. She said yes to God, that God gave her innards back and released her from depression and fear and worry. I can't do this without God. I was talking to one of my friends. I said, you see my video? He said, you was preaching. No, I'm not preaching. I'm telling you about a God who intervened in my life and wouldn't let me commit suicide. He won't let me take my life because he said I got value. Not just I got kids to use. I can use you, Malika. He don't say, Malika, you a He don't count my faults against me. He loves me just the way I am. He loves me unconditionally. He loves me if I use 4-letter words or 5-letter words or 2-letter words or 3-letter words, honey, because I can got some words. But he say, Malika, I'm going to give you some new words. Right. Really, God, you going to use me? Really, God, you not counting how many guys I shared my diamond with that never gave me a diamond. I had one guy gave me a diamond and it's still, we ain't talking about him. Because I had to forgive him. I had to forgive me. I think that was the biggest thing. Learning how to forgive me. My cousin was like, you forgive everybody. But I never forgave me for my bad decisions. Ever. That was my weight. That I would always say, what did I do wrong? And then I would try to analyze what I did wrong so I could fix it and get right. Because, I'm a student. Now that I know better. And I want to be able to do better. I want to be able to say better. I want to live better. I want to be a better version of me. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with ever being a better version of yourself. Day 3. So Cheryl talked about giving her heart to the Lord. And letting God cover up all the bad stuff. Because he'll do that. He'll cover up all the bad stuff. Right? Thank you for the loves. Thank you for the loves. Right? God will do that. And then we got to Pastor Danielle McLean, who said there's purpose in your pain. Well, I'm so glad I went through everything I went through that it can now be used for my benefit. Really? You mean those tears I cried? God said I captured them in a bottle. And I will give you gladness for your mourning. He'll give you joy for your sorrow. He'll take your pain and he'll use it. Because as I tell my testimony, somebody watching this video going to say, yeah, girl, that was me. They're going to say, yeah. See, sometimes we don't like to talk about our shame. Why would we talk about that? Right? Because they tell you don't talk about that molestation. Don't talk about that rape. Don't talk about that person that touched. Don't talk about that person. Now, that person touched you when you're a child. Now you promiscuous. Now you just give it away to anybody. No discretion. I've had those moments. That's my truth. That may not be your truth. You might have been a virgin, got married, met your love of your life, got married, had kids. That's the only man you've ever known in your life. That's great, but that's not my story. But you know what I'm not of? I'm not ashamed of it anymore. Because somebody going to see this video. Somebody going to see this video and say, you know what? I know my worth. And I don't have to give it up to Jimmy no more. If Jimmy don't see my worth. If Jimmy don't value me. If Jimmy can't commit to me. And only me. Not me and Sally and Jane and Paula down the street, but to me and to God. You want Jimmy to be saved. You want Jimmy to know God. You want Jimmy to want to go to church. Because you know what? If you go to the right church like me, I go to the City Praise Family Ministries, honey. Honey, there's some true deliverance that happens up in that camp. Because my bishop bring the word. He knows the word. He brings it and he gives it to you so you can apply it. Like his mother said, it becomes applicable to your situation and your circumstance. If you go to a church and you're not getting the word, you need to change churches. If your pastor not bringing that word and living that word and treating his wife nice in front of you and behind your back, honey, because he treats his wife nice at home. I know because I seen it. And I can run and tell that. They not fake and phony about this thing. They live it. They're showing me how to live it. That behind closed doors, I can pray to God. Before I get on this show, I can say, God, speak through me, use me mightily in your way. And he does it. Right. That's how good God is. That's how good he is. He can do it. If you trust him, if you believe him. So we're going back to day 3. So we didn't talk about Stacy, Cheryl, and Danielle said our pain can be used for our purpose. Well, I must got a lot of purpose because I had a lot of pain. But I'm delivered. I got off the wheel 3 days. And then I met Miss Kimley. So I'm standing in the back in the chapel and I'm listening to her preaching. She said something broke inside of me. Like I dropped a glass and I shattered. And I couldn't stop crying. And I couldn't stop. I wept like a baby. I don't know whether I was crying because I was hurt. Was it pain? Nothing. And then my friend, you need good girlfriends that's going to grab you and say, you baby, it's okay. So I didn't know it at first, but it was my girls, Patrice and Demeter. They're praying with me and just saying, and Demeter brought me up. I didn't even know my eyes was closed. She brought me up at the end of the session to Kimley, and it was the last session. And Kim was praying for somebody else, but the words she was saying just rang over to me. And I just was saying, God, I know this is my season. God, I know this is my time. I know that you would not strip me without elevating me. Like whenever elevation comes, here comes a pruning time. And so elevation is coming. And so God said, you're in labor. Push. So what? But that was my word from last year. Push. Push. Kim looked at me. She said, you still holding some unforgiveness. Let it go. Don't let it kill you. She looked at me. She said, you only operating at 30%, Malika. You need to give it 100. Really, God? You going to tell this woman my business? Really? But she was telling the truth. So could I argue with her? Could I? I'm off the Ferris wheel. Hey, Leisha. She got home in time. She got to join us. And then she got home in time. But she looked at me. She's operating at 30%. Give God 100. If I could give Jimmy 100, why can't I give God 100? If I can give the streets 100, why can't I give God 100? If I could give work 99.9, why can't I give God 100? Why? The God that gives me good sleep, the God that provides for me, the God that keeps me. When I can't keep myself, God got me. Why can't I give him 100? Why can't you give him 100? What you running from? Oh, I run into people all the time and be like, I got church hurt. Oh, they hurt me in church. Oh, the preacher, well, find a new church. Find a place where you fit in. Find a place that frees you. Find a place where word can abide and set you free. Because when you get in a fit, I can say, but my God shall supply my needs according to my riches and glory. I can say, the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. That's not a death scripture. That's for you living. They put it on a bracket, a prayer card to encourage you while you mourning the person that just left. But if God is your shepherd, you shall not want. If I'm giving God 100%, he going to give me 200%. Because that's the kind of God we serve. My problem is I took my eyes off the prize. So I thought I needed flesh. God said, I'm going to give you my spirit. That's what he's doing. I'm a little bit late. Oh, I was late coming on. That's because I was at a woman's experience, experiencing something phenomenal take hold of my life. Pastor Ylawnda, this is your thank you. You want to know? You want to see? See, last year it started and God gave me my own TV show. No, I ain't rich yet, but I'm getting there. God saw me. He gave me friends that see my value and my worth. And they keep telling me, girl, you're going to be somebody in life, until I can catch on and say to myself, I'm going to be somebody in life. And I started looking in that mirror and saying, girl, you look beautiful today. I don't need a guy to tell me that, because I know it now. I got it. I know my worth. Right. I looked in it. God looked through that window yesterday and kissed me. And I glow. No, this is the sunshine. SONSINE. That's it right there. You don't have to put queen in front of my name. Because when God birthed me, he gave me the name Malika, which in Swahili means queen. Every time you say Malika, you say queen. I had to get there. Then he gave me a name like Star Bisha. I hated that name. But a star will shine in darkness. Right. He caused me to be the light in darkness. That when I walk in the room, if a heart is heavy and I show unconditional love, he gave me a heart to love people unconditionally. Even when they acting crazy. I might look at you like this. I might give you a look. But when you can look into somebody's eyes and say, I love you. Even when they hurt you, you can say, I love you. Even when they disappoint you, you can say, I forgive you. And mean it. My biggest problem was not forgiving the person. My biggest problem was forgiving myself. Sometimes we got to do that. Nothing but the truth. Now that I know better, I'm going to walk in forgiveness of myself. Don't be burdened. You make a mistake, you get up, you walk over it again. Wasn't nobody perfect in the Bible but Jesus. And even he had his moments, honey. He got mad at some folk, turned over some tables. Read your word, it's in there. He said, but in your anger, do not sin. You can't go slap the crap out of somebody. That's sinful. Unless you praying for somebody, don't put your hands on nobody. Female, male. Because girls, you know we lose it. We lose it. I had some moments when I done hooked off on some people. I haven't had to do that in a couple of years. I haven't had to do that in about 20 years. But there was one. I used to do that. It pissed me off, honey. I hook off on you. And I wasn't scared to fight no dudes. I had a brother, honey, and we fought like cats and dogs. But let me tell you about that testimony, day 3. Day 3. I'm talking to my twin. You know the twin I write about in Now That I Know Better. You gotta get the book. That twin, who for the most of my life, sibling rivalry was real. It was real. Today we had a heart-to-heart. And so I was telling him what my brother Mark had said about me not ever bringing home anybody worthy of me. And for the first time in 48 years, he said, you're worth so much more. And I probably heard my daddy speaking through him. Baby girl, you're worth so much more. For my birthday, he sent me flowers. He bought my kids new sneakers. I got in car trouble. He sent me $100. That's not the Malik I know. And sometimes I want to say, what you want? Because when we were kids, the only time he was nice to me is when he wanted something. But he shared his testimony about how somebody tried to break him and it made him a craphead brother. But when you start to forgive people and God starts to mend hearts, he said, I'll make even your enemies your footstool. I will cause even your enemies to turn around and love you. He prayed for the success of my book, something that, I always thought, why were we in these competitions? Nope. He said, we got to heal. Ain't that something? Now, my friends be like, don't trust him, girl, because they know. But what if God is mending fixes? What if God going to take the next 50 years of these twins and make them a dynamic duo? Because God can do that. Hey, Cousin Abby. God can fix broken pieces in families. Because he can do the impossible. What do you believe in God for? What are you standing in the gap for? Sometimes you might have to be the one to forgive first. You might have to make yourself look like a fool and say, I forgive you in spite of what you did to me first. You need to be in a place where you can get healing. Go see the doctor. Yes, there's Dr. Jesus. But he's given us wonderful counselors. He sent me to the most amazing church on the planet. And then people who've been to multiple different churches come to your church and say, y'all got it going on over here for real, for real. Then you know you got the best place on the best church on the planet. My pastor didn't just sow church money to make this. She served her own personal funds. She didn't sleep. She barely ate to make sure this experience was life-changing. Now, all I have to do is prove her theory right, that my life will never be the same again. Your life will never be the same again. I'm always going to tell you, I'm only coming on once a week, 10 o'clock. Tweak it a little, maybe 10, 15. I'm trying to be on time, y'all. But tonight I was at this most amazing woman's experience. See, I don't have to meet the celebrity. I just have to see them. And tonight I saw Miss Lynn Whitfield. And she was funny. And she was entertaining, but she was also enlightening. And what I took away from her message is, one, never give up on your dreams, no matter who supports you or don't. From Miss Danielle McLean, I learned that my pain was part of my purpose. I can now tell you how I healed from a broken heart. Well, several broken hearts. A lot of broken hearts. More than I care to realize, broken hearts. But God is good. Guess what I never wanted to do? Commit suicide. Now they leave, I'll be like, c'est la vie. Oh, God, help me. I cry my tears because it hurts. Separation, it hurts. But that's their choice. I let everybody have their choice. And the ones that stick around will be blessed for it. Because I won't always be in this situation. And God knows my heart. And He knows I'll give it all away. I'm probably giving to the wrong people, so He takes them out of my life. I don't know. I wish He could bring my dad back, right? Don't we miss him, Cousin Abby? But I want to live my life to make Him proud of me. I want to make my family proud of me. But if they don't, so what? I'm going to live a life like Apostle Betty Peebles used to say. Performing for an audience of one. Let God be proud of me. I'm going to give Him 100. That's what they say. 100. I'm going to give Him 100% of my time and my affection. And I'm going to say, yes, Lord, because that's what Stacy said to say. I love this very real, invisible power that loves me. If this message has been a blessing to you, okay, one more shout out. I got to give my girl Kiana Hunt a very good shout out, because today she came to pick me up at when Women's Experience broke and sat with me for 3.5 hours in DMV. And we laughed. We laughed so hard. I laughed about the pain. That's when you know you're free. When you can laugh about the pain. When you can tell the devil he ain't winning. He ain't got no power and no authority in your life. The evil one comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Baby, you don't have to live your life to please anybody else but God and yourself. And you don't have to self-destruct to do it. You ain't gonna get high. You don't. If you grab one of Jesus, He'll take you higher than any drug you ever smoked, drank, whatever. And He won't destroy you. Some people sell their souls to the enemy because, the devil is very cunning. Remember, he tried to trick Jesus into jumping off a ledge. He would try to tell you to take your life. He would try to tell you to commit suicide. He'll tell you you're not worthy or this situation is not worthy. Honey, don't listen to him. Don't listen to them. If people didn't walk out of your life, honey, I'm going to tell you, God going to bring you somebody better. That's what you can be encouraged by. It ain't happened for me yet, but it's coming. After I give him 100, he want to know if I can give him 100. I'm going to have to roll with this for a minute. No crutches, no replacements. Not this time around. Say you're not going to win. If you bring me one good guy, God can bring me a better one. Right. The best. Because I deserve the best. You deserve the best. I like to eat off the best. I'm a very China type person. I love Mikasa and Lenox and Waterford Crystal. Yes, that's me. If I like to eat off the best, and I got real silver, you know, the stuff you got to polish, my grandmother left it for me. If I like to eat off the best, why can't I live the best? Why can't I invite the best into my life? Well, I got to settle for scraps. My friend Leisha said, stop applying for minimum wage jobs. Girl, bye. That ride home, that ride to Georgia, that's what she said. Stop applying for minimum wage jobs. We so undercutting ourselves. I'm going to stop applying for minimum wage jobs and minimum wage men. And I ain't talking about how much money they had, because I didn't have them old, young, rich, poor. I'm talking about the minimum wage of their heart and the integrity of their characters. That's what I'm talking about. We got to stop settling. And then maybe if we raise the bar a little bit. See, that was me. I would compromise and I would go down to where they were instead of keeping my bar up high and making them jump over the bar. It took me a minute to get there, but now I got there, honey. They don't know what they messing with. They are them. The pastor don't know what she started making go through that wheel. She ain't make me go. It was my choice. I chose to get off the wheel and stay off the wheel. And you got to choose too. Get off this cycle. Break the cycle, honey. You can do it. Nothing but the truth. Break the cycle. What time is it? I'm rambling. And my time is almost up. I've been on an hour. I got to go. But I'm not going to go before I'm leaving you this word. Everything we experience in life is teaching us a lesson. Life is your classroom to glory. Because God wants you to experience Him. And if we live this life without experience, a very real entity of the invisible God, through and by, we have a relationship with Jesus Christ. We're missing it. But if you find your life repeating, you keep attracting the same type of people. And I'm not just talking to the women, I'm talking about to the men too. If you still keep attracting women who gonna drop it like it's hot, but don't want to cook for you, don't want to take care of you, don't know how to handle your affairs. When they get mad at you, they cuss you out and tell you you're nothing and nobody. Because there's women out there that do that. Don't. They taking their hurt out on you. Because women could be just as abusive as men. And then we first ones to scream domestic violence when they haul off and knock the hell out of us. Did I say hell? I said it. They knock the hell out of us. We quick to scream domestic violence. And some of it we provoked. Stop it. Stop it. For real. For real. Stop it. Because we can be just as abusive. Man, there are virtuous women out here that study to try to get it right. Find you one. Find you one. Don't be quick to marry somebody because they got a quick paycheck. Because I know some people that marry women that had a better paycheck, honey, and then they got married and realized, that's all she had was a paycheck. She didn't know how to take care of you. She didn't realize she was your rib. She don't care about your mission and your purpose and why God created you. All she looking for is your paycheck. Stop using money to get women. Because that's all you attract is women who are more interested in your money than they are you. That's a message to the men. Women. Stop going after men just because they got money. Now, yeah, they are the providers. But love yourself too. I used to compromise and settle for less than because I didn't know my worth. Make sure they got some integrity to go along with that money. Make sure they're going to treat you good. Because I'd rather take somebody that I can build with, that's hungry for God, that wants to live a better life and build something from nothing, than take somebody that's got a whole lot of money and they beat the crap out of me because they control me with their money. Oh, that's nothing but the truth right there. I ain't interested in your money. I pay my own bills. I'm interested in how you treat me as a woman. Can you love me? Can you hug me when I'm hurting? Can you come home at night every night? Every night. Can I set my clock till you coming home? Because that's important. Can you spend time with me? Do you like me? Do you like what you see when you look at me? Do I turn you on when I walk past you? That's what I need to know. Dude, that's what I need to know. You know? Like, can we have a relation? Can we get on our knees together and pray? Because I think it's so sexy when a man prays. That's what I'm attracted to. Right? What are you attracted to? That's what you need to know. Because I've seen some fine guys. They drop their clothes, take their clothes off. I'll be like, God Almighty, Jesus, help me. But after they take their clothes off and them fine bodies, how they treat you afterwards. How? Let's talk about nothing but the truth. Right. Can they have a conversation with you after they lay with you? Or do they get up and leave, go home? Or roll over and go to sleep and ignore you because they didn't got their jollies off? I'm sorry, it was a little heavy. It slipped off my heart like that. We need to save this conversation for next week. It's nothing but the truth. But last week I said we're going to talk about forgiveness. So I got off the Ferris wheel of forgiveness. We still got day 4 and 5 of this women's experience left. It's not too late for you to join. Tomorrow, we got a health initiative that's coming up. Pastor not concerned about your weight loss. She's concerned about you being healthy from the inside out. And if you need to lose weight, you will lose weight once you begin to know who you are and why you eat and overeat. And don't eat, because I don't eat. So don't think because I'm skinny, I'm healthy. No, I'm not healthy. I need to eat more. Not to get fatter, but so that I can live longer. But I need to eat a lot of the right things. Okay? So the health initiative is tomorrow. And then we have amazing Miss Charlene coming for an amazing time to laugh. Now that we've released the pain. So if you're in the area, please join us tomorrow for another day 4 of the women's experience. Come out to the comedy show. We do have a couple of tickets left over. It's $25. They're going to do a little workout in the morning. We have excellent vendors. Aunt Jack, Danielle Brown makes the most amazing gluten-free desserts you ever want to taste. They don't taste like they're gluten-free. Seriously, they don't. And Christina Blake and Miss T. Lynn Tate will be there. She is selling amazing detox tea and her book. And Christina Blake will be there selling her book, and she can autograph it for you. And Jack and Crystal Combs has Inspire products. It is really about what we put close to our bodies, lady, and our feminine hygiene and care. Crystal Combs can educate you on the Cherish pads, right? Because we got to keep it real. We got to keep the box lovely, honey. Got to keep our diamonds shining. So when Mr. Wonderful really does come our way, he not coming to no rotten diamonds. Your vaginal health is everything. That's nothing but the truth. Don't let anybody in there that ain't supposed to be in there. Keep it clean. Keep it tight. And watch what you're putting on next to it. Okay, that was my nothing but the truth plug. Thank you, Pastor Ylawnda, for making a difference in my life. I can't speak about nobody else's life. And if you catch this video, I want you to know that from my heart, all of my heart, I love you. And I love Bishop. I love your family, all of them. Because one day I hope my family could be like your family. Your kids are amazing. Your love is amazing. And I pray that as I give God 100, He'll turn my situation around. And you pray that with me. Thank you for bringing in those amazing dynamic speakers. Because today I delivered. I was on the floor pushing something out. Oh, Ramato wants to come in real quick. I'm going to let her come in. I'm going to add her. Quick. She's going to tell you about the woman's experience. Really, really, really quick. Let's see if she's coming in.
I'm Malika.
Hey, Ramatsu, fellow gratituder. How was the women's experience for
Hi.
you?
Man, it was just amazing. Like this was my first time, and I'm still like every time I come home, I'm just like, Jesus, like this Pastor knew what she was doing. Like Pastor is the bomb.com. She I can't even talk. I'm just so shocked. Like everything was on point. Like it was just beautiful. Like I just love watching her confidence. Like she just gives me confidence. Like, and it's crazy because I really thought I was free on the journey, but man,
You don't know freedom till you walk through that wheel. Did you walk through the Ferris wheel?
I walked through the Ferris wheel and I'm out of my cocoon, and now I'm just like ready to just break free and just tell it all. Like I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready. Th-
Ready.
This experience was great. It was
What
something
was your
I
truth moment?
needed.
What was your truth moment? Like, where did you come? Like, I think my truth moment was I was still holding on to some unforgiveness. Like, and Kimberly
Mhm,
actually like looked and pulled it out and just was like, "Girl, you at 30%. You were not all the way there yet." And then she kind of like,
mhm.
you know, what was your truth moment?
Aisha, I've had a fear of going to school for a long time. I got my GED in 2009, and I could have been went to school 9 years ago, but I was in the wilderness and watching her just come on there with her 5 kids, and I'm just talking to myself, and God's talking to me and telling me, look at her, you only have one, and you have a fear of, going to school, and she did it and she got five. Like I just kept looking at her, and God kept telling me, you can
You
do
know
it
how
too.
old I was when I
What do
got
you
my degree? My
how
bachelor's degree. Now I was 20. I was 22 when I got my associate's degree. But I was
mm-hmm,
43. But I was 43 when I got my bachelor's degree. I was
I'm taking up on
43, and it took me 10 years to get that. So I'm gonna tell you,
mm-hmm,
go to school. Leisha, tell her how old you were when you got your bachelor's degree. You ain't never too old to go back to school. Betty
yeah,
Lynn usually is
mm-hmm,
on here. She was 60 something when she finished her bachelor's
yeah,
degree. Right,
yeah,
right. So you had your true
mm-hmm,
moment. So you gonna register for school in the fall or for the spring
yeah.
semester?
Yeah, I'm going to register for school. I'm not going to let nobody, talk me down. And I gotta talk to my family members and tell them, hey, I need help. I've been having a lot of pride, so I usually don't ask for help. So I need to put my pride down and say, hey, I need help, and I'm ready to go to school. So now is the time where I
Have
need my family's help.
We're gonna celebrate
Yeah,
you as you go through that process. We're gonna be there cheering you
yeah.
on. And when you walk across that
Thank
stage with that cap and gown on, you're gonna walk across twice because you'll walk across and at graduation, but you'll also walk across at at church because every year they celebrate
you.
all the
Yes.
graduates and we'll be there cheering you on. Like you can do this. You can do
Yeah,
this.
yes,
That's your truth moment.
yes,
Right, right.
Yes, yes,
That's the true
yes,
moment. Sometimes we let life beat us
yes.
down and make us think we can't accomplish things, but God always makes a way. And when you tell him yes, he's going to make a way. He's going to find it. It may not even be your family members that help you because
Mhm,
it can be perfect strangers, you know. I tell
mhm,
people all the time, you know, like some of my closest friends now were people I met. We were just helping each other. I helped them. That's how me and Alicia met. She helped me out of a jam, and I helped her out of a jam. And we kind of, that's how we kind of connected. You know what I'm saying? Just being
yeah,
there for one another. And so, you know, that's what we do. That's what we do.
yeah,
What else did you take
yeah.
away from the experience? Because I'm sure some one of the gratitude is gonna watch. I'm sure Pastor watched it. You know, what else did you get out of there?
Um, the fact that, all of us could stand in the room and really just love on one another, you know what I'm saying? I've been an angry black woman for a long time. I've been so angry because of things that I've done, things people have done to me, and I've been very shyful of making friends, and I would leave friends behind and all that. So just being able to make friends and be around great women and just feel that genuine love and be able to talk to people and relate. It was just a weight lifted off my shoulder. Like I felt good. I felt loved. Like I love. I'm not afraid to like say hi, how you doing, or meet, introduce, say my name. Like I was the point. There was a point where I didn't want no one to say my name. I just knew you were gonna say it the wrong way, and I was gonna get mad about it. But now I'm like, okay, you said it wrong. I could correct you, and it's okay. Like
My middle name
just
is
those type of things.
Starbisha. My middle name is Starbisha.
Hmm.
Because people like, where
Yeah.
you get the star from? That's where I get the star from. But God knew.
Mhm.
God
Yeah.
knew. I had a, I don't know if she was a friend or not, but I mean, it's funny because we call each other every year on our birthday. But she used to tease me
Hmm.
about my middle name. She said, "Your name is Starbisha because you start, you get beat up." You know, like seriously, like
Yeah.
craziness. That's.
Mhm. I had the names called too about my name, just everything.
But your name
So,
rolls off your tongue, Ramata Kamara. That just sounds
mhm.
sexy. That sounds sexy,
Yeah.
girl. Bye. You just gotta
Yeah.
love to skin you in, honey. We can't change nothing about
Mhm.
it except to love. And I think that's
Mhm.
what Pastor wants us to love our skin. Be comfortable with who we
Yeah.
are and who God called us to be. You know what I mean? And live in our truth. Yeah, we might have did some
Yeah.
crazy things, but in our past, you know,
Mhm.
none of
Mhm.
us are perfect. None of us started off with this perfect life. I
Mhm.
didn't have it all together. I was a teenager,
Yeah.
and nobody knew. Nobody knew what I was doing. Nobody knew that I could cut school and go and be at somebody's house when I wasn't supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Or had
Yeah.
them in my house when they were supposed to be there. You
Yeah.
know, and I did, but I was setting myself up. But guess what I did with my daughter? Now I told my daughter, I
Yeah.
started teaching her right now, baby. You keep them legs closed. I tell her that now, just like that. So you know, coming
Yeah.
up through this thing, because when them boys, because you're gonna be tall, you're gonna be beautiful.
Mhm.
Don't let them fill your head up, and don't let the fact that your dad is
Mhm.
not around like be an excuse for you to mess up. You know, because sometimes we do that. We allow our pain to give us an excuse to self-destruct.
Yeah. I
And
did. I did that. I did that. I did that. I've had 5 abortions. 5 abortions. I used to smoke weed and use that as an excuse every day. I used to go to work high, leave work high. I would smoke during work. Like it was bad. I dropped out of school. I've done so much to
but look,
myself. Like,
but look at God,
yeah.
because now He can use your story. He can use
Hmm.
your story to prevent somebody else. And you still young enough
Yeah.
to catch these young girls and say, baby, I went down that
Yeah.
road. You don't want to go down
Yeah.
that road. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I love pasta, but sometimes some of us struggle with more than ice cream eating.
Yeah.
So
Oh
nothing,
my God.
nothing
But
against it.
I
I need
struggle with food all around. All around. I would be depressed and eat all day.
and see that's me.
All
I'm the
day.
opposite. I'm depressed and I don't eat. That's why I'm so skinny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm depressed and I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when I first got married, I was like a size 16. I gained so much weight. Well, I had a fat
Mm-hmm. I
face
know.
and a whole nine. I had a butt, everything. I was like, oh, this would love do to you when you
Yeah.
first get married. I first got
Mm-hmm.
married. Now, by the time that divorce hit me, I was back down to size 6. And then last year when I was homeless, I shrunk down to a 4. I could probably get in a size 2. It was so bad past the people I was on drugs. I wasn't. I was stressed. I was
Yeah.
I wasn't even drinking. Like I had a sister who was like, "That's not you. Don't pick that up," you know. So,
Mm-hmm.
but we're gonna get through this together.
Yeah, we will. We will. We will. The experience is just
Right.
breathtaking.
It's
Breathtaking. If
breathtaking.
anybody wants it,
Now, did you
I
forgive
pray.
yourself? Have you forgiven yourself?
I did today. I did today.
Let it go.
I did. After all of our sessions, I had to sit down with another gratitude, and then that's when it was like she just saw right through me, and I was like, "Yeah, I know. I have on all this makeup on, but I haven't forgiven myself. Like I could stand and look pretty all day, but there's some things that I'm going through that I haven't talked about, and I didn't even get to go home and change.
Wow.
I ended up just saying, and I let it all go. So now I'm just like, okay, I'm ready. Yes, come on.
Bring it.
I'm ready to just
Bring
let
it,
it all
right?
go. Like, I'm ready to talk to my dad, about a lot of stuff that we had to go through being brought up in a broken home, which is, that generational curse is following us. And it's just so much. But I might have a book too. So you never
Girl,
know.
don't worry, but
You
honey,
never know.
write it. It will
Yeah.
change somebody's life. You just never know who it might change,
Mhm.
but it will change somebody's life.
Yeah.
Hey, Juanita.
Yeah.
Me and Juanita been
Hmm.
friends for 30 years, maybe more than
Yeah.
that. Oh my God, we were kids. We were like 10. But yeah,
Hmm.
some stories. God is a healer. And Ramatu, you hang on to this. This one thing I know for sure. Don't get
Yeah.
distracted. That's what I could say is like a big sister in the faith, because that's what happened to
Yeah.
me. I got distracted. I was in the word, but when life really started to blow me, like I never left church. I just let
Hmm.
go of my faith. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I wasn't one of those women
Yeah.
who once I got the husband, stopped coming to church. I don't need God no more because I got what I wanted from God. I knew I still needed God, and I'm glad I never let go of that, because that's what kept me from losing my mind when life hit my marriage and it had to go a different way. But
Yeah.
that last year when I found myself in a place I had never been homeless before. I had never been without I I never had been without. I moved out of my mom's house when I was 20. And from that I
Yeah.
always had my own home. And then for me to
Hmm.
not have my home and have to go live with somebody else. So when I moved to Maryland, I lived with my sister for 6 months. And from there I got my own place. So and then for
Hmm.
all that time I had my own house for a good part of 18 years. And then to have my home go, and then I have two small kids to raise and have to be out
Yeah.
in that wilderness was not fun at all. And the things that
Yes.
I allowed to happen to me while I was out there was not fun
Hmm.
at all.
Yeah.
So one thing I never did, I kept going to church. When I
Yeah.
thought I wanted to, what, sometimes when we hurt, you want to know if God is still real when you don't hear from him and life is not going your way. And the first thing the enemy
Yeah.
want to do is tell you God is not real and he's not going to bring
Yeah.
you through this. And you might want to take a walk on the other side of the fence. And I'm here to tell you, I've lived on both sides of the fence, the world and the kingdom. The world ain't got nothing for me. When I got out there and was like, really, they still doing this? This how people behave? And then tried to act like them because I wanted to fit in. No, darling, don't do it. Don't do it. When life don't go your way and it's not seeming like it's gonna work out in your favor, hold on to your faith. That's a now that I know better moment for you right there. It's not in the book, but it will be in part 2, honey. Don't let go of your faith. But one thing I never did, I never stopped coming to church because I knew if I kept coming, God was going to meet me right where I needed. And he did. He started at last year's women's conference. He finishing it up this year's women's conference. I can't wait till next year's women's conference. You know what I'm saying? Or women's experience. I can't wait till next year's experience. I can't wait for the gratitudes to graduate. Like, wow. Like, wow. That's going to be just amazing. So that's what I'm going to tell you. Big sis to little sis, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. When them classes, you start taking those classes and they don't make sense to you, hold on. You know, get a tutor. That's what I talk about. And now that I know better, get a tutor, get some friends that's going to support you. You know why it's called the family ministry? Because that's where we find our family. That's the family. I know. That's the family. Hey, Tawana.
It is.
I got some people on. Patrice is on.
Hi, everybody.
Stacy is on. Right. Everybody coming home from the experience now, and now they done logged on. But I need to get off because my thing gonna be too long. People not gonna watch all of it. I don't know. Ramata, you think they gonna watch it?
Hopefully they do, man. It's a good thing, you know. Come on, you know, share parts of your book, connect people on, you know. They'll learn something from us. I know that for sure. We're living testimonies, and I know that our testimonies will help somebody else out.
Right. We don't have to be ashamed of our pain anymore. You used to say, don't talk about what goes in your house. You're not supposed to.
We learned that this morning.
My son said to me, Ma, do you have to tell it all? And I'm like, it's bigger than me. At the end of the day. At the end of the day, the testimony will be sometimes you gotta, you know, Facebook or Face Live. Tell you, we can put all the pretty pictures up. I'm glad Pastor got to get up there looking like what you look like without your makeup, because that's your naked self. Can you
I love him on.
Right. We like to make it look pretty on Facebook, take pictures in front of our businesses and houses and stuff like that. But then you walk inside your house and your house a mess. Oh, you got pictures. Oh, I remember some of the last posts that my husband put on Facebook. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. And we was in the middle of separating. We were sleeping in separate rooms. But on Facebook, he was telling the world he loved me. Right? That was crazy. You know what I mean? Because you want to put on this image. You want to put on this image that you're happy. And then life is great. And then you get off of social media and life is hell. But sometimes you got to let people know I'm going through hell. I got Jesus too. And Jesus will deliver me from hell. Now I got Jesus living in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Heaven on earth, that you can have peace, that you choose your beds. God said, I'll be with you no matter whether you make your bed in heaven or in hell. He said, I'll be with you. So we got to choose. We have to choose to live a good life. It's about the choice. I want to, real quick, I always plug my book, but I picked up this book, The Secret.
Yeah, what book is that?
The Secret. And when I was bleeding, Pastor said, don't run, don't walk, stop reading the book, put the book down, go watch the movie. You get to choose your life. Your life, everything, your fears manifest themselves. When I got scared in my
Yeah.
relationship, the fear of losing that person caused me to lose that person. But what if I
Yeah.
had faithed the fact that that person would probably fall in love with me because I fell in love with them? What if I would have faithed that and not feared it?
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's how that works. So now
Mm-hmm.
you can faith your way to graduation. I
Yes, I
remember I
will.
used to see
Definitely.
we had a pastor, youth pastor, and then I'm gonna get off the phone. He
Yeah.
said, close your eyes. If you can
Mm-hmm.
see yourself in your cap and gown, you'll make it to graduation day.
Yes, and I do. And that was the thing. It's like I see it, I can close my eyes, I dream it, but the devil had fear in me. He had fear of me of getting distracted, and I'm like, hold on, wait, distraction. That's why I said, like, that was my biggest moment, just hearing her kids just say, I helped with this, and I'm just like, yes, like, I only have one, like, I can groom minds into helping me, like, and she's growing up in the church, so it's not going to be that hard, like, I can do it, like, and I'm around, yes, my city of praise family, so like, I can do it. I can do it. I have faith. I will get my master's degree. I will have my RN Like, I will do it. I will do it. I will enroll in school, and that fear is no more. It's gone. I left it on the Ferris wheel.
You left it on the
I
Ferris
left.
wheel. I left
Yes, I
forgiveness
am.
on the Ferris wheel. And
Yes.
you can't hold it against me. And I can't hold, and not just forgive people, but forgive myself.
Yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
not a
Yeah.
super saint yet. I'm just trying to get there. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to say goodbye. Say goodbye to the people.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. Everyone.
We ain't using pastor stuff on here because we want everybody to join her at 7 o'clock.
I know they are going
Right.
to join Pastor because
They got
once they
to
see
join
the change
pastor
in us,
every night at
they,
7 p.m., right?
yes,
Right.
yes, 7 p.m.
On a
on
woman's
a woman's
experience.
experience with the E, 365 unabashed gratitude. They need
Days
to
of
join it.
gratitude. Right, right. If you live in the DMV and you do not have a church home and you want to go to the best church on the planet
Yes.
where church hurt does not exist, you may not get what you
Mm.
want from the past. We'll talk about that on another nothing but the truth. But if you want to hear the
Yeah,
word and how to
yeah,
take
the
God's
classroom.
word and apply it in your life so that your life will never be the
Hmm.
same again,
Yes.
come to us. Come to the city of
City.
praise. If you live
Yeah.
outside of the DMV area, I'm going to say join us at the City of Praise
Online.
Church.com, and you can join us online.
Yes.
Our services.
Yeah.
Now, I hate streaming because it don't always come through clear, but if you can't get here, that's the
I
best way
do.
to get here. Right.
I stream it on at 8 a.m. And then I get to the 10 a.m. I drive 45 minutes away. They can do it. It's worth the drive. It
It's
is
worth it.
worth the
You know,
drive.
we had somebody drive 2.5 hours from Virginia
Yeah.
to get to the women's experience. I can't wait to tell that.
No, she drove from Ocean City.
Well, no, that's one
Ocean City.
lady that drove from Ocean City, but Charlita Isby, one of her family members, drove from someplace in Virginia 2.5 hours to get here for the women's
Mm,
experience. 2.5 hours.
mm.
Right. And
Wow.
then we've got one
It's
lady
worth
who
it.
drives 2 hours from Ocean City to be at 8 and 10 o'clock service.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what that's what motivated me. I gotta get around the corner, honey. I gotta get around the corner
Mhm.
to church. Could I get there on time?
And get both services. That's what I said when I
I
seen that
said,
lady. I said, "Well, what are you doing not at both services, Ramatu?"
wait. I live
Yeah,
around
both
the corner.
services.
Vermont, I'm 3 minutes around the corner. But you know what? Guess what? Since I got back from Georgia, I've been doing my best to get to church on time. My mother set
Yeah.
the tone for that.
I'm gonna pray for you, because girl, if I lived around the corner, I would be at both services.
You be
I'm
late
telling you.
just like me, because that's what I thought when I moved around the corner.
I plan it's crazy, but I plan to move around there just because of my church. That's how good that church is. Like the classroom is everything, and I definitely learned how to apply it to my life and not just live it on the Sunday.
Right.
But they'll make it there. They'll make that holy move to the city. So
Right. Okay, so we
good
gotta
stuff.
say good night because I'm down. We got one
I
visit.
know.
We down to one.
Yes, we'll
So
see. I'll see you tomorrow.
yes, like, share, comment, and God bless everybody. Join me every Friday night, somewhere around 10 o'clock, for nothing
Yes.
but the truth. And now that I know better moments, you never know who I'm gonna bring in. It could be you the next time. If you have a short story to tell and a testimony to share with people, by all means, your the blood of we overcome this world by the blood of the lamb, yes, but the word of our testimony. That's it. God bless everybody. I'm going to bed. I still got tomorrow and Sunday. Love you.